We all enter this world loaded with potential and with all we need to take any opportunity that comes our way and make the most of it. We all have exactly what we need to be the best version of ourselves. In time though, we soon get caught up in the machine of survival. Just another gear. What was once a burning light filled with dreams and desires is soon blown out as we enter the education system, where we are labeled, graded, and compared to others, when in fact, we are all extremely powerful in our own right. Our DNA contains all the right ingredients for each and every one of us to live life deliberately and to be happy. We get caught up in the spiral of what others see as normal, and we soon start to feel like puppets on a string. This needs to stop, and it can stop right now with you. The next generation is relying on us as parents, peers, and educators to guide them in the direction of their dreams and their potential. They have their world and our world in their hands. Life is not about making money. Life is not about getting caught up in the rat race. Life is meant to be lived and not simply to survive. Time and time again, I come across teenagers and young adults who have been pushed in a direction that does not work for them, and soon they start showing signs of resistance. They turn to food, giving them eating disorders, turn to alcohol to escape the reality that they did not want for themselves, and turn to violence as a means of dealing with their frustration. Have you ever stopped to consider the importance of the decision a teenager needs to make when they complete their school years? This is not shown to parents and the youth the way it should be. Let me show you how the next decision they are about to make impacts the rest of their lives and in turn ours. What I'm about to share with you is a typical timeline representing the average life cycle. In your toddler years, life is great. You are growing, you are developing, you are exploring. It's an awesome time. And then you start your school years, generally from the age of 6 to the age of 18. And then it's crunch time. Because from the age of 19 to 60, 65, depending on your tertiary education and how long that lasts, is the building of your career, a big chunk of your life. And eventually when you retire, you get to enjoy the fruits of your life. Now just have a look at the big part a career takes from the average life cycle, the average life timeline. But you know, it's not just your career that this decision is about to affect. It actually affects your retirement as well, because how good your retirement is determined by how well you did in your career. This is what a teenager is tasked with, making a decision that is going to impact the biggest part of their life. It is critical that this decision is the right one, that this decision is given a lot of thought. This is by no means something to be taken lightly. Let me take one step further and show you how a typical week looks like. So let's have a look at a graphical representation of a typical day. Generally you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, you work for 8 to 9 hours, and then you have 8 to 9 hours free. So that's a third of your day that represents work. Let's have a look at a typical week from Monday through to Sunday. Generally people work from Monday to Friday and have Saturday and Sunday off. That is 70% of your week is spent at work. These numbers surely show you how critical it is that a teenager is guided in the right direction when making a career choice. The pressure and responsibility placed on teenagers in this day and age is immense. But I can assure you that if they are given the opportunity, guidance, support, and more importantly, the right to be who they wish to be, they will make the right decision. Allow them to work out what their purpose is, what their dreams are, so that they too can live a happy, fulfilled life. We have all seen their potential and creativity from a young age. Help them to nourish those skills. Help them to be the best version of themselves, for themselves, and in turn, we will all live a happier, more fulfilled life. It's time for the next generation to shine their light. Let them do it.